The climb and the lesson. Kelly had always been ambitious. She started at the company as a bright-eyed, eager, entry-level employee, taking every extra assignment, every late-night project, and every opportunity to learn. She told herself that one day she'd make it to management. And when she did, she'd finally feel like all the sacrifice was worth it. Years passed, and her determination paid off. She earned promotions, slowly but surely, until finally, the title she had dreamed of was placed on her office door. Manager. It felt surreal. She had made it. At first, Kelly was grateful, but as the weeks turned into months, she began to carry herself differently. The same coworkers who had once been her friends and allies now seemed beneath her. She didn't treat them cruelly. She still said hello, still nodded in the break room, but her words carried distance, her tone an invisible wall. She asked less, ordered more. She smiled less, instructed more. She had always believed leadership was about influence, but somewhere along the way, she started believing it was about authority. And then, life interrupted. Kelly fell seriously ill. At first, she thought she could manage, but the long hours, the constant meetings, and the endless responsibility wore her down faster than her body could recover. She could no longer keep up with the pace of management. After long talks with HR, she stepped down into a lower-level role. The day she packed her things and moved back to a smaller desk on the floor was devastating. Not only because of the loss of title, but because she saw something she hadn't noticed before. The way people treated her. Some were kind and supportive, but others looked past her, just as she had once looked past them. The subtle sting of indifference cut deeper than any harsh word ever could. During those months, Kelly reflected. She realized how much she had let status change her, how easily she had slipped into a mindset that divided leaders from workers. She had climbed the ladder, but she had forgotten who had held it steady for her on the way up. Slowly, her health returned, and with it, her drive. Kelly rebuilt her career, not with the frantic, cutthroat energy of before, but with patience and humility. She worked hard, earned trust again, and eventually, years later, she was offered another management position. This time, she accepted with a different heart. She didn't walk into her new office as someone above. She walked in as someone beside. She treated everyone, whether intern or executive, with the same respect. She remembered how it felt to be overlooked, and she refused to let anyone in her presence feel voiceless. Kelly became known not just as a manager, but as an advocate. She spoke up for policies that supported employees, listened closely to those who felt unheard, and used her seat at the table to build bridges instead of walls. She had finally learned the truth. Real leadership wasn't about climbing the ladder for yourself. It was about holding it steady for others.